Good evening, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan from mpiinvest.com and welcome back to the evening market podcast. Well, apologies for the delay today. In fact, we had Pro Rajan Chugh who visited our office, and it was, of course, great meeting him. And we spent time, discussing about the markets and his entry into the stock market and whatnot. So, Pro Rajan, again, thank you for joining in at our MBA office, and it was great meeting you. Looking forward to even amazing meets in future as well. Of course, this is the kind of excitement that comes in, when we finally meet in person after being online for so long. In fact, I am looking forward to meet all of you guys on 22nd, when MPA family is meeting in Bangalore. So do confirm your attendance. I want to see you all. It will be great to discuss. And we just did not know how time passed by. I think we spent about more than 2 hours together. Okay, so yes, it was an amazing meeting. Time just flew, and that's exactly why, of course, I am slightly delayed with the post-market report. Okay, I'm sure you'll forgive me with this part. Okay, let us just get to know what happened in the market. As usual, yes, I've been on a busy day and could not be active in the market post lunch, but then I could see the market kind of stabilizing after the big fall. Yes, the market opened with a big gap down at 16,227, even giving some panic to kind of all those investors who were in the gold, who were sitting with some positions which went into a major loss. Though we did not have to book a loss, but we did try to make some profit out of this situation also, and kind of we are kind of in a stable situation now, wherein our positions are kind of managed. We have some profit sitting in one position, some small losses in other position, but I'm sure kind of we can try probably make up if the market supports us in the coming days. So that would be something we'll look forward for. So in fact, Nifty opened at 6227 and went on to fall. In fact, went on to fall to 16,142. This was the time when I was thinking, well, is it more bigger fall expected? But then it soon took a support and started rising up. And there was so much power in the Nifty. It in fact at one point of time touched 16,403. What bull run it was. And from there, of course, with some consolidation, finally settled at 16,301. So I'm glad Nifty has finally crossed 16,300 resistance and is now at 16,301. If the global markets are kind of supporting, we could see a higher opening tomorrow. Of course, higher opening, not from the close. So today we opened at 16,227. So there are chances we might see a close open tomorrow, which could be still a gap down, but I hope it opens above 16,227. So that can be seen as a positive sign for tomorrow, unless there are some negative news coming. In fact, I told you tomorrow we have the Indian CPI data coming, and day after tomorrow it is for US. And what I see as of now, as we speak, when I look at the US market, things are still looking bad. Yes, in fact, if you see, Dow Jones is already down 1.5% in the opening, and S&P 500 is down 2.3% already. And if that was not enough, Nasdaq is down 3.1%. What's happening? In fact, today we could see Nifty IT powering the market. If Infosys and HCL had not gone up this way as it went today, the Nifty would be falling much further down. All thanks to the fall in the Reliance. But Reliance could actually fall to almost down 4.3%. But one thing I'm glad is now it has come to one of its major support, which is close to 2,500 level. So I hope Reliance takes a support from here. I hope the market has factored in the results into this, and with that, hopefully let us see some stability more in the market. That is something I'm expecting for right now. But apart from that, if you see, FIIs are continuing to sell. They sold today again for 3,361 crores, while the DIIs are buying with confidence for 3,077 crores. In fact, one thing that I would like to tell you is the debt mutual funds. So debt mutual funds has seen a major outflow in the March quarter. Yes. So January to March quarter has seen a 1.2 lakh crore outflow from debt mutual funds. Why? You know that very well. So when the market in the equity side is actually low, people have started becoming intelligent and want to start investing in the equity side. and that can be proved by none other than the same quarter. If you see Jan to March, the investors have pumped in 63,000 crores in equity mutual funds for the quarter ending March. So that is Jan to March. So imagine this, 1.2 lakh crore outflow from a debt mutual fund and 63,000 crore investment into equity mutual funds. Now you know where the DIIs are getting so much power to fight against the FIIs, right? So does this not build a confidence in the economy? Yes. So things are looking bad to worse globally, but India and the investors in India are confident about the Indian economy. This is what we come to know from this. So yes, we also at MPA family have gone and invested in some beautiful stocks today. I am sure all of you have gone into some good buying at such low prices. It's like, a discount sale going on in Nifty right now. Yes, so let us look at some stock specific news now. Oh, before that, I forgot about LIC. Okay, so today was the final day of LIC and the total LIC IPO has been subscribed 2.95 times. So that's almost 3x subscription right now. The retail portion has been booked almost 2 times. So if you look at one thing, interesting thing, I had told you that there was no institutional buying coming in, is it not? The institutional buying was just about 65% subscribed. But on the last day, there was a sudden buying interest and the institutional buying has touched 2.8x. Yes, the institutional has investment or application of LIC IPO has touched 2.8x, which is something amazing on the last day. In fact, non-institutional investors also have touched 2.9x. Retail is at 1.8x and employee sector is at quota is at 4.3x. And policyholder quota, don't even mention, it's sitting at 6x. So I am doubtful if you have applied for a policyholder quota. I am doubtful how many of you would actually get LIC IPO subscription. But in the retail, there are more chances. So let us see how things turn up on 12th. So let us see that. Now, apart from that, if you look at the Campus Activewear, which got listed in the stock market today, the shares have ended almost 27% premium over the price which it got subscribed. That's amazing, isn't it? So in a market like this, I had told you that Campus Activewear is kind of a company which is doing good. So we did expect some return, and yes, it has come up with 27.7% premium. That's amazing. So tomorrow we also have the Rainbow Medical subscription actually coming up to be listed in the market tomorrow. Let us see how that comes up. So apart from that, we could also see HCL Technologies and Infosys driving up the market. If not for that, we would have seen a bigger fall in Nifty today. Yes, it was major support that came from HCL and Infy which actually supported the market, and we could see HCL actually ending almost 2.4% higher after the news of it acquiring a Switzerland-based digital banking and wealth management consulting company. So that was something amazing. And apart from that, if you look at our portfolio in MPI, Nozzle was one of the largest gainer. It was up 6.46%. Of course, with a lot of energy requirement, that's something bound to happen. Now, coming to some news from the market. In fact, the government has permitted additional export of 2,000 metric ton of raw sugar to US. Yes, so that means we are going to see already. So if you just to let you understand, US demand for sugar has been rising. That is one. Not only in US, globally it has been rising, and this year probably we could see the sugar companies doing amazing number of exports this financial year. So yes, it is of course a good stock to consider, but then I am a person who kind of stays away from companies which are kind of seasonal. So I am a long-term investor. I don't want to invest into such companies which can be seasonal. So I would not be going for it. But if you are interested for a short-term pick, you can of course consider the sugar stocks available. Now, apart from that, one important news that we need to look at is there is a report that came in which says the steel prices can come down by March. Yes, by end of this financial year, we could see the steel prices coming down to 60,000 rupees per ton. And just for your information, last month the peak was at 76,000 per ton. So from 76,000 per ton, there are chances it can go down to 60,000 per ton once the global situation changes. when China is back in action, once Russia and Ukraine war tension is over. These are things that is bound to happen. That's exactly why we could see the steel companies coming downwards today. So yes, for members who are long-term investors, we have invested into just two steel companies, and they are sitting with slight losses, but I don't think you have to worry. But yes, over a period of time, when it comes into profit, do book some profits and reduce your stake in the steel sector. That is something that I would say for now, right? So that's something we had for the day. I am sure you had a great day buying some good stocks in the kitty and building a beautiful portfolio. If you have not done that, it's time you do it tomorrow. Let us hope US markets are not falling much. If US markets fall, we could expect a gap down opening tomorrow again, but as long as the gap down opening is higher than 16,221, I would see, or I would be kind of little positive on the market. So let us see how the US markets turn up. So I will discuss more about it in the pre-market report tomorrow. So until then, have a great night. Enjoy your sleep. Let's catch up tomorrow morning. Goodbye.